Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrofil anbiya'i wal mursalin Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain. Amma ba'du. First of all, let us pray to Allah who has granted grace and hidayah to all of us here so that on this occasion we can gather together in good health. Salutation and greeting let us bestow to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam with his family, his friend, and his people until the end of the time. So, uh, welcome back to our weekly event named Weekend Tech Talk. And on this occasion, I will be the host, and my friend Naufal Aulia will be the uh, facilitator. But actually, both of us is not gonna be our role, but both of us is gonna use the some role because yeah, we're gonna only like talk around the programming. So and the title for today's event is about small talk around programming and technology. So first of all, I'm gonna introduce my name. My name is Muhammad Reihan Fatilla, and I'm from 10 RPLB, and I'm majoring in software engineering on IDN Boarding School, and right now I'm on 11th grade. And uh, here I'm gonna invite my friend, which name Naufal Aulia. Hello, Naufal.
Hello, also Rehan. Maybe I'll introduce myself. Okay.
Yeah, you
Uh,
can introduce yourself.
Hello everyone. Assalamualaikum. Alhamdulillah salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah amma ba'du. My name is Muhammad Naufal Aulia. Usually other people call me by Naufal. Uh, I am a student in IDN Boarding School, Jonggol, and currently majoring in software engineering program and in IDN for this semester. The third semester, I think, we are currently learning about Android. And in Android, we intensively learn all about Android, for example, from the beginning, from layouting, creating bindings, and what else? Retrofit, calling API, and then notification. All about Android. We intensively uh, learn those things this year's because this year's target is to get the Android Associate. Sorry, I forgot the name. Do you remember the name of the certificate, Han?
Android Associate Android
Oh yeah,
Developer.
right. Android
Yeah,
Associate Developer. Yes, this year's target from the school is for the student to have the Android Associate Developer certificate. But unfortunately, the certificate I think is closed for this year's because it's under maintenance. Is that right?
yeah. So I heard that the Google said that they want to change the material for the certification. So it's not gonna be the same materials. So we need to learn about maintenance to take the certification.
Maintenance, Google actually for the Android Associate Developer Certificate. Uh, the latest update is from the 2018. So the Google curriculum for the documentation, I think, is last updated on 2018. So for now, we just learn and hope for the best. And we hope that, yeah, maybe for the next month or later, s- uh, we can get the Associate Android Developer certificate. I mean, uh,
But actually, uh, even though we essential to take the certification, but we still learn about the materials for the certification. Why? Because actually it's important experience. Even though we don't get the certificate, but we still can get the experience to learn about the material of the certification. Yeah. So Even though we don't get the certification, we can still learn about new things.
And for you, uh, what are you interested in right now?
So currently, of course, I'm interested to mobile engineering, mainly in Android, because yeah, when I first time joined my school, when I first time study at my high school, uh, I learned about Android. And for iOS, maybe I also have a target to learn about iOS, but not now because now I want to focus first on Android because you know that Android or yeah Android is someone said it's hard. So yeah, so before I learn about other things, I want to focus first on the Android.
Yeah, yeah.
And for you, or what you're currently focused on? Like what technology do you focus on, web or Android or other things like that?
For programming and specific, I'm focusing or interested in web development on the front side, to be exact, because to build something in web developer is particularly very easy because, and also the demand for making website is much bigger, I think, rather than Android, because if you look, uh, every company must have a website for their company profile, or where they share their company information, rather than Android. Android, I think, is specifically made for the product itself. Maybe for Google, they make Google Maps, YouTube, and everything else. But they also have a website, maybe for sharing their information about their company. So I think why I learned website first, because the demand is very big, and also it's really easy rather than Android, because, as you know yourself, Android has a lot of yeah, like classes that you have to inherit before making something like dialogue and anything else. But in website, we make it ourselves. We make it from scratch. We make it from zero, and we make the function and we make the function ourselves. So it's very customizable.
Yeah, yeah, that actually really makes sense because with website, with if you already learn about HTML, and CSS, you can do a freelance with it because you can simply make a landing page. Yeah, that's actually really makes sense because with Android, with application, actually, much application like Android like company only always use the website because yeah like last time you say that every company is they must be have a website to like put their company information on the website, but with Android you it's really to see to do like that because you know if you make an Android application you need to like install it, you need to like upload it to the Play Store, and you need for the users to install it. But with website you can easily like put your website on the domain, and the users or the customers like can easily see your website by opening a Chrome without downloading any extra things. They can like simply open Google and search for your company domain. So yeah, I think it makes sense if website is actually much company use it, and every company have to have a website to display their company information.
Yeah, I'm agree with that, because the main key point is website is just more accessible for everyone to access. Is that right? Yeah, because in YouTube itself, you just type the YouTube domain on the browser, and you don't need to install everything. It runs on the background. The YouTube screen just pops up, and you can access the YouTube. And talking about that, website also uh, is evolving very quickly because it's evolving very quickly. Because you see, there's a technology called WPA. Have you heard about that?
P what B O
Sorry, PWA, Progressive
P
Web Apps.
W A. No, no, I think I have not heard that.
Okay, let me tell you just a bit about PWPA. I think PWPA is, or Progressive Web Apps, is one of the feature that the web gives the developer. It allows your website to be just like a application on your phone. It has an application shell. It can cache the content inside it. So if your website goes offline, it doesn't display the dino screen. You see, if your Wi-Fi disconnect, the screen automatically goes into the dino screen, right? Is that right? Have you experienced it when you
Uh,
disconnect to Wi-Fi and it goes
yeah, yeah,
to
yeah, I
the
know. Yeah, the random dino pop up,
yeah.
and you can play
So
with it.
yeah, in WPA, the progressive web apps is the you can eliminate that with caching, and it also allows your web to uh to give notification, to access the camera, to do everything else like like a native mobile app, but it's from the web. So yeah, it's very useful, and it is a it is a
Small version of like the web version of application.
yeah, and it's also a proof that the the web technology is evolving very quickly.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think I just got that. So basically, it's PWA is like a website, but that almost describe like look like a application. So yeah, when the internet is down, it will it will not pop up a dino, but it will still look display the screen. So
Yeah, it's one feature. It's one of the feature when it goes offline, you still view the latest updated content. Like it's caching your display screen to eliminate the dino screen, so you
oh,
can still access the website even though
content.
even though the Wi-Fi is off.
But that does PWA works only on phone, but
No,
yeah,
no, it works also on
desktop.
the desktop. And also one of the features that PWA gives you provide is you can add to home screen shortcut. So a website you can access the website from your home screen. So in your home screen there's a
Widget.
yes, a widget or an icon like every
Oh,
other Android app you download on Play Store. But the difference is it's a website. It's from a website, and if you open it from from your home screen in your Android app or on your desktop, it acts like an it acts like a common application, common native application. So it has a independent screen, not on the browser screen, but independent screen. Yeah, yeah.
oh, so it's like most Android application features. So you can have a widget on your phone screen, on your phone. What is it called? On your phone menu. So you can see the preview of the web on your phones, like putting widgets from an application. Yeah, yeah. So have you learned about PWA?
Yeah, I've learned the PWA concept from a platform, learning platform, programming learning platform specifically called decoding. I
Yeah, yeah,
think all the student in IDN knows decoding because it is the one of the best learning
yeah.
platform for
The music is
programming.
particular.
Yeah. Do you learn anything from decoding?
Oh, from decoding. Actually, I have take some free classes, and all the classes that I got from decoding is actually free. For example, I joined the ID camp. It's a it's a event. What is it called? The It's a free class. So with ID camp, you can get a free class, and you can choose your own learning path. So you can get an scholarship. Yeah. So it's a scholarship that decoding managed to uh, give. I saw that decoding gave around 24,000 students to get a free class and choose their own learning path. So for me, I choose the Android learning path, and right now I have finished two class, which is the first is start programming with Kotlin, and the second one is learn to create a starter Android app. So do you also join the IDCAM program? Because it's very famous, so you must be know about it and use it.
Yeah. I also joined the or uh yeah registered to the program, the scholarship from IDCAM from Indosat called IDCAM. Uh, I choose the what is it called, the React learning path. So we there learn a library called React. So it is basically a JavaScript library that makes your development experience more easy. You said that you taken the Android course from the IDCAM.
Yeah, I
Can
choose
you
the Android learning path.
tell us what how the class is structured for basically how it is taught you something, maybe because maybe the first chapter is learning and then second exam and then adding a submission or something else, and how do you get the certificate? Can you tell us about that?
Okay, so I got two class, and the first class is about start programming with Kotlin programming language. So in this class, they explain to us about all the basics of the Kotlin, start from the data type and the control flow, the loop, and OOP, and also the functional programming. So we all here learn about the basic of Kotlin, and for the submission, so every chapter like control flow or data types, it have the examination. So you have to do after you learn about the chapter, you have to do the examination with a minimum of 80 yeah, with minimum of 80 value. So you must get 80 score, and if you don't get 80 score, you must re, redoing the examination. And for the submission is the last requirements to finish the class, and you can get the certification. And the submission, that the decoding will give you a starter application, a starter project, and inside that project it will give you some to do things. So they will make a simple like function, and you need to like make a function that based on what the decoding says. So the decoding will practice you to make your own function to practice your mind, to practice your logic with using Kotlin, and also it will train your understanding with Kotlin and its syntax. Yeah, I think that's the examination and the submission for the first class.
Oh, okay, okay. So decoding really elaborate as for use what we learn. Is that right? To
Yes.
implement that. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So in that class, are you? What else do you learn? Are you learn? Have you learned about Firebase?
Firebase. Yes, I do.
Uh, can you tell us about Firebase, or what have you used on Firebase for maybe the fire
Yeah, the features that Firebase gives.
the feature or the database, the what Firebase gives you?
Okay, so for Firebase, actually, I don't learn much Firebase things from the decoding, but decoding also introduced about the Firebase. So Firebase is actually features or a technology from Google that have many features in it. For example, real-time database. So real-time database is one of the features from Firebase that can save. So you can save your data from your application to the Firebase. So the Firebase will connect your project or your application into the Firebase. Then you can store data from your application to Firebase, and the advantages for real-time database is, as it name, it's a real-time. So every time the data is updated on, so every time someone store a data, it will directly update the data to other phone too. So when one phone is storing a data, and it will directly update the data of on all phone. So yeah, at its name, it's a real-time database, and there's other features like Firebase authentication. So actually, this features is really awesome because it can connect you with Google account or Facebook account, or you can make your own account with Gmail. So with this, of course, on many application, you need to log in. So with the Firebase authentication, it will provide you to log in. It will automatically uh, connect your user's account with Google. So user can easily connect their Google account with your application, so they can make their own account on your application. I think that's all the two, not only two, but there's actually much features on Firebase, but that what I can explain.
Okay, so basically Firebase is just help you to build your to develop your
Yeah,
app more faster. Yeah, because authentication building database is very hard, you know. So Firebase just gives you the option to make a pre-built concept, and you just optimize it with what you have or what you want. Is that right?
yeah, yeah.
So
So you said that you choose the React learning path from the IDCAM program. So about React, so can you explain like what basically React is? Because I always heard about React, and every time I look for the job seek website, I always see the requirements that you must learn about React or you must understand about React. So can you like explain that why you really need about to learn about React?
okay, maybe the first thing I'll tell you is what the scholarship gives you. So the scholarship for the React track, for the beginners track, gives you four classes. The first class is about the very basic of the web, and then the second is also the basic of JavaScript. The third class is learning front end web for beginners, and the fourth class is where you actually learn React. So the first three class is for practice your of or to because React is a JavaScript library, so you have to understand JavaScript first. Uh, how it works, how do you make variable? You have to understand the fundamentals, the asynchronous, and everything else. So the first three class gives you kind of the basic understanding for what you need in the React class. And on the React class, the coding explain the very basic of React. For example, the what is React, how React is built, how to, and yeah, everything else about React. If you ask what React is, React is a JavaScript library
Library.
built by Facebook and publicated by NPM. Do you know NPM? The Node
Yeah.
Package Manager is where you download a third party dependency. So React is just help you create web more faster and more reliable because React has uh, some of like how do you say that React has a component. This is where you build the web. It is a component based library. So you if you want to make something on your web, you have to make it with components. So it very structural. If you want to make something, for example, like a button, you have to create the button itself, the parent, and then the child is also a component. So it is very structural. It makes your development more easy because you know what you want to build and where do you want to build it. Yes, it is like that. And in the class, we use the class component or the one of the Preact is one of the pioneer of JavaScript framework because one of the feature that React give you is a stateful. It is a stateful like a ability. So if something changes on the website, for example, the if the data is changed, the website can automatically refreshes and updated the data and displayed on the screen. And if you do it on vanilla JavaScript, it's very hard. It's not very hard, but it's pretty complicated. You have to take more steps to do so.
Also, after I hear your explanation about React, and it seems like that React is really similar to Flutter because uh, React have like state things like stat, so you can like store data to the state, and every time the data updated, so every time there's a data change, it will automatically change on the component.
For the general concept like stateful state and some other things is basically the same. I think stateful is a concept that it largely used in programming and programming in general. But for building the component is different because Flutter already has a pre-built widget that has its own a parameter that we just have to add more widgets to that. But with React, we make it by our own. We make it from scratch. We make it from the HTML side because React uses JSX where it acts like a HTML. So it converts HTML uh, HTML syntax to JavaScript, so JavaScript can understand what we write. It's pretty much like that. The concept is same, but how the element are built is different.
Oh, okay, okay. So basically, with React, you must build everything. So if you want a button, you must make your own button. If you want other component, you must build it on your own. But with Flutter, you already have the components. So you just need to call the button, then it will appear a button, but you can actually customize it. Okay, so it's also look like widgets where the React is based on a component and the Flutter is based on widgets. But with uh, with React, you must build your own component. Okay, okay. So yeah, it's so you can build a structure. Okay, I think I understand that why many companies find they they search for the React developer. Maybe I think it's because they want to make their project structure, because with React you can build your project uh, with a good structure. So when each developer wants to communicate, they can easily like communicate because the project is structure is with a good structure, so they can easily understand about each other's code. And yeah, I think
Yeah, pretty much like that. The main point, and also an addition for the React is also very scalable. If you create one component, you can reuse it, and you can reuse it. So if you have a single component, if you have for example, a single button with with a style, you can use it in every page multiple time and for multiple time, and that makes your app more uh, the memory of your storage of your is smaller.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're now study at IDN, then you must be every day you study about Android. So what's your opinion on learning Android? Because you said that you want to be focused on website, but every day on IDN you learn about Android. So you still when you graduated from IDN, do you still want to learn about Android, or you're gonna be just focused on website? So how's your opinion?
I think for now I just learn the curriculum. If the curriculum learns Android, yeah, I'll learn Android, and in the part time I also learn about web development. But the point is, I have read book called Range. It talks about general generalis, where you learn a lot of things and then you choose what the most right for you. For example, if I learn about web development, Android development, Flutter, and all other things in the beginning, and then already experience what I like, what I don't like in Android development, and so other things. In the end, I can choose the most the concept or the programming or the platform the best for me, so that yeah, if I learn a lot of things now in the beginning but not too deep, I can choose what I like and what I don't like. Not choose, I think, I know what I like and what I don't like, and at the end I know what I like and I focus on that. So I think in IDN right now, I'm just trying to explore everything. For example, competitive programming. I later this, sorry, in the previously this month, I think with you, uh, we're attending a not attending or participating in a
Programming contest.
competitive programming contest that uses C++. So yeah, I think we're just exploring what's best for us, and hopefully we can discover what's best for us and what's the most perfect for us, and so that we can pursue that career.
Oh, so yeah, our teachers have ever said about if you want to learn something, you must know the way to learn about it. So it's actually so you learn all of things. So you learn much thing, so many things, but to know about the things. So in the end, you will know where will you going to. So you will know that which one is your passion.
Yeah, pretty much like that.
And okay, I heard you that you just got accepted on like what's the internship on the Malaysia. So and you choose the no, you got the as the Laravel developer. So I think is it actually suitable with you? Is it like fit with your web development? Or maybe in the past you actually want to learn about JavaScript backend, but now you learn about Laravel. So what's your opinion? So is it actually worth it for you to learn the Laravel or JavaScript? I mean, or are your current position as Laravel is actually worth it or not?
Uh,
You got my point?
Sorry?
You got my point?
Yeah, yeah, I get your point. Yeah, but thankfully, first of all, thankfully, I got accepted in one of the internship program from Uda Coding. Uh, but answering your question, yes, actually, before I want to focus on learning React and not JavaScript, not backend JavaScript, but I want to focus on building React. But when I get accepted on when I get accepted in the internship program, and I know the internship program is building the website with it uses Laravel. Yeah, I just adapt to it because the first thing the point is you don't get the any
Yeah,
sorry. This is a one-time experience. You don't usually get this like internship program and in the middle of the year and get accepted. So I just delivering from my previous statement that I want to explore things. I want to explore the programming language and how do I make that so that I know what best for me and what not good for me. So I think Laravel is Laravel is one programming or one framework that I want to focus right now, and I'm not upset with that. I'm just focusing on that right now because it is it is what it is.
so so your previous answer is actually similar with your previous again answer. Okay, so like learn many things first, and at the end you will choose what you want to learn, what you want to focus.
Yeah,
So you want to just okay. Now I just wanna learn about Laravel, no matter what it is, but I'm still gonna learn about it, and at the end I will know what is better and what is the best for me.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
At least it is the main key point in the book called entitled Range. You should read that because it talks about the expert generalist or why you have more uh why if you have more something you learn you get better something like that.
Oh, okay, okay. I think that's enough, and I already got much thing from our conversation and like the example about learning all things before you choose what you want to focus at the end. And I think you have any addition? You have anything to say? Any word before you go to doing your internship? Do you have any message or what?
Uh, I think for all my friends at IDN Boarding School. No, just kidding. Thank you so much. I think this is my last. No, no. I don't
Last
know
word.
when I'm going to take my internship, but uh, I it just act like this is the last. Thank you so much for for everything. Yeah. Hopefully you get most out of it and be a successful person in the world and the afterlife.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hope we all.
Amen. Amen.
And I think we just reached to the end of the webinar, and no more word for you from you.
I think it's enough. Do you have any addition?
For me, no, I think I don't have any word to say, and I think that was that's what brings us to the end of the webinar. And yes, uh,
Yeah,
I
I
hope
think.
we all get uh, benefits from what we have talked about last time. We have talking for around like 41 minutes, and yes, I think that's all from us. And uh, thank you for your attention. And last word, Assalamualaikum
Assalamualaikum
warahmatullahi
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.